What's up, everybody? We back with another video. Today, we got our 200th video. We're going to be talking about 5 more powerful synergies. But first, I just want to thank y'all for the support, man. This literally would not be possible without my subscribers. Also, if you come across this video and this is the very first time you've seen something on my channel, if you're interested in inside my content, then make sure you just subscribe, bro. Drop a like. I will definitely be grateful and will also help more people find me. You're tired of having trash teammates, man? Drop a like, drop a sub. More people will find me, and eventually all those trash people will be gone for good. Let's jump to it. Alright, man, so first up on our list, we're going to be looking at Emma, Zachary, and Butterball. This is a really good synergy, man. This is a really good pick and roll team. So if you like to play pick and roll, this is quite literally the best comp for you to use. Now, the way that this strategy works, you start the ball off with Butterball, right? So Zachary sets a screen for Butterball, and Emma sets a screen for Zachary while he sets the screen. So basically, what's happening here is Butterball does what he does with the ball in his hand. They have to be careful and watch out for those jump stop shots. They also have to make sure they don't risk falling for his pump fakes. So Zachary's going to be screening his defender off. He's going to be doing his dribble moves and whatever else he's going to be doing with the ball, man. And while Zachary focuses on screening off his defender, Emma is going to focus on screening off Zachary's defender. And whoever's defender gets screened off first, they're the person that's going to score that shot. So if Zachary screens off Butterball's defender, then he can just go ahead and dash towards the rim because Emma's going to be screening his off. And the person that is guarding Emma, 9 times out of 10 is going to be the big because she's a center and Zachary's a power forward. So make sure y'all keep that in mind. If Emma is not close to the paint where Zachary is running to, then you basically just get free points. And if the person that is guarding Zachary does not decide to stay out there and keep guarding Butterball, then he will get a wide open shot. If neither Zachary or Butterball ends up wide open, then Emma can just skillful screen her way to the rim and get 2 free and easy points. All right, next up at number 2, we're looking at Big O, Ben, and Albert. This is a really good composition for scoring inside the paint because Albert is quite literally the best point guard inside of there, man. He's also quite literally the best point guard when it comes down to doing alley-oops because of his smart layup pass, man. And then you have someone like Big O inside of there who has a type of psychology with his dunking pass, which will definitely come in handy, man. So the way that this strategy works, Albert is going to go into the key while Big O sits there and waits for the alley-oop. He goes in there, he does his smart layup pass. Sometimes Big O will dunk that ball, and sometimes he will do a dunking pass to the bin. Now, the way that you want to get this strategy to work the most effective way that you can, you know the little downtime when Albert is transitioning from his layup into the alley-oop. So you have more than enough time to realize if that big is gonna try to jump up and block that. So Albert does the smart layup pass alley-oop to Big O. If the person that is guarding Big O tries to jump up and block that alley-oop, then Big O goes ahead and goes through with that alley-oop. But if Albert is inside the layup animation and you don't see the center of power forward on the other team jump up and try to block that, then you can just hit him with a dunking pass to your Ben who has enhanced jump. So if he's too far away from the rim compared to someone like Havoc G, he can dunk much further away than someone like Havoc G, man. I think he has like 30 or 40 jump over him. And you look at someone like LP who's dunking from almost at the 3-point line, well, halfway there anyway. This enhanced jump definitely comes in handy. And also, you have an option to score outside the 3-point line with someone like Albert because he's also a superb 3-point shooter. Gets a lot of sparkling threes out there, man. And if he's really close to the 3-point line, that shot is basically guaranteed to go in. All right, at number 3, we're looking at a space the floor team. Now, this team consists of Sarah, Jessica, and Nana. This team right here is really good at spacing the floor. You got Sarah setting the screen for Jessica, and if she screens off her defender, then the big on the other team will not be able to keep up with Jessica. It's quite literally impossible because of her sprint dribble, man. She's just way too fast. And if they end up getting just a little bit too close to a point where they can actually disturb her 3-point shot, she can just jump into a drift 3-point. They will not be able to stop you. And you also have Nana that Sarah will also be setting screens for. for. And Sarah, with that 45 base 3-point stat, even though she doesn't get very much from her cells, man, you can still get a significant amount of that from your gear and from your assist characters. To bump that up even more, I'm quite confident you can get her at least to 80 or 90. Most people have been telling me they got her up to about 76, 77, 78. That's the highest I've heard of. But with the right gear and the right assist characters, you can definitely touch somewhere between 80 and 90. So make sure y'all keep that in mind. You can space the floor really good with this comp, and it's going to be really hard for them to try to keep up with who's going to be taking the next shot, because everyone on this team can shoot threes. And on top of that, Sarah, she has quick rebound. So if she's inside the paint on defense, and she just so happens to slip up, she'll still have a better opportunity to get that rebound over the person that's inside the paint with her. All right, at number 4, we got Victor, Natalie, and Katyusha. Now, I know I included Victor inside the last one. Emma was inside the last one as well. But we're going to slap him inside this one as well, because this comp works with him just as good as the other one. So the ability that pieces this comp right here together is the key pick. Is going to be giving them a bunch of extra accuracy, especially when it comes down to those layups, man. Natalie's layup floater will be getting an extra, I believe, 10% accuracy, plus the 10% extra accuracy from this key pick. That's going to be a total of 20%, and it's definitely going to come in handy. And also, Victor has a dunk and pass, so he can do dunk and pass psychology inside the paint. Sometimes he can go for that dunk, and sometimes he can trick the big in there into trying to block a dunk that he is not actually doing. Then he passes to Katyusha or Natalie, gets 2 free and easy points. It's very difficult for those short players to stop Natalie from doing those floaters, man. I've witnessed it time and time again. You cannot block a layup floater as consistently with someone like Kiang as you can with someone like Rocket or someone like Emma or Daisuke. They're really tall, so they have a really easy time blocking those floaters if you time it properly anyway. But those short players like point guards, shooting guards, and small forwards, they have an extremely difficult time blocking this layup floater. So make sure y'all keep that in mind. And then you also have to worry about Katyusha taking those mid-range shots off of the dunk and pass that will also be giving her 10% extra accuracy, plus the 5% disturbance resistance from her quick flash shot. It is definitely a threat, man. Me and FJ used to run that strategy around the first time I ever ran into him in this game. FJ, I miss you, man. We need to team up at some point in time. It has been a very long time. Let's jump to the last one. All right, last and certainly not least, just like last time, man, we got a lockdown defense team for number 5. So this team consists of Vanessa, Ranger, and Boa. Now, last time we had Daisuke, Nikolai, and Nico. But this team right here is definitely much stronger, man, because you look at someone like Vanessa, who can also get rebounds at a really good rate compared to someone like Daisuke. She does not have explosive block, but she does have a splendid power stat to make sure she can consistently block those dunks and consistently get those dunks on in there contested as well. And then you look at someone like Ranger. If someone has a screen and he has to play around that, he doesn't actually have to play around that, right? Because he has so much blocking range, he can literally stand on the other side of that screen and have 0 worries because of his flying block, man, giving him an extra 10 blocking speed. So if they catch him off guard with a shot, he's going to jump into the air much faster than someone like a Nikolai, someone like a Daisuke, and someone like a Vanessa. He's also going to be getting an additional 10 blocking distance on that ability as well. So make sure y'all keep that in mind. He's really good defensively, especially locking down the perimeter, but he also has enhanced block and a really high power stat to stack with that, and a really good block stat as well to guarantee the blocks on those bigs inside the paint. And then you got someone like Boa, who literally does not have to worry about screens either. Just like Ranger, because of her steal and dive, the animation does not have a cooldown, so it's like an infinite use quick fill in that can go through screens. Yes, when she's using steal and dive, she is literally immune to screens. And I'm gonna say this a second time, man, because I feel like this should not be a thing. It does not have a cooldown. She's just flapping around everywhere like a fish out of water, man, and there is nothing you can do about it. She is literally the best character in the entire game when it comes down to getting marks. Alright, man, so that's just about cover everything. Just make sure y'all keep in mind, these people work really well together, but you have to make sure you utilize these strategies properly. If you want to make them the most effective, you look at the Emma, Zachary, and Butterball strategy. You're going to have to make sure you're setting a whole lot of screens when it comes down to that strat, man. And when I say a whole lot of screens, at least one person should be screening at all times on offense. You look at the Big O, Ben, and Albert strategy. I just want to make sure that you keep in mind that you want to make sure that when you're doing the smart layup pass alley-oop, Big O is quite quite literally the most important part of this team because he's the one who has to pay the most attention to see if the center of power forward on the other team is going to jump up and block that. If they do not try to jump up and block the layup, don't do the dunk, man. Go ahead and go for the dunk and pass. They're going to try to block the alley-oop, and you're going to pass it to your Ben and get 2 free and easy points. The Sarah, Jessica, and Nana strategy, you want to make sure you're spacing the floor, man. You want to make sure that you stay far enough away from each other after Sarah gets done setting her screen. Jessica is probably going to be the primary ball handler on this team because she's the one that's going to offset their defense. A lot of the time, people wind up double teaming her, so make sure y'all keep that in mind as well. The Victor, Natalie, and Katyusha strat, Victor is basically just there to do dunk and passes and use key picks because both of those abilities are going to give his teammates 10% extra accuracy. And if he does a dunk and pass to a teammate and then sets a key pick, if they do an ability to score within range of his key pick, they will essentially have 20% extra accuracy. Going to be very difficult to miss that shot, man. They're also going to have an additional 10% disturbance resistance. And you look at someone like Katyusha, if she ends up doing a, what's it called, man? A quick flash shot off of a regular pass, because if he does a dunk pass to a Katyusha and she ends up doing a quick flash shot, he will not have enough time to get down and set that key pick. But if he's setting a key pick, she's going to have 15% disturbance resistance and 10% extra accuracy. That will definitely come in handy. And also, on the last one, got to make sure you're guarding your person closely, man. You got to make sure you are locking them down. The best way to win a game is by playing good defense. And if every character in your game is built for that, there's absolutely no way you can lose. That's it. Now catch y'all on the next one.